What's going on is the Green Dot Whisperer, and we're back again to bring you some algo updates, some technicals, see what I see. Because we've been getting hit. We've been in a small little bear trend thus far, and we're gonna provide a short little sweet video to see where we're going and if there's any buying opportunities coming up and what do I see for Algorand. Now, I'm gonna start from the top to the bottom. All right, month chart right now. And I was just analyzing this before. It looks like the lowest algo has seen is about 8 cents, and that was basically zero the 1st of March in 2020. And we all know what happened then, right? There was a whole little something that halted the world. Don't want to say the name to not mess up the YouTube algorithm, but that was the lowest price right there, and that was about 8 cents. So let's go out to the weekly, see what we could see on another view. All right. So all right, on the weekly, we have a huge momentum wave already down printing. It looks like it might be getting a little exhausted already. Hopefully it is. But I wouldn't get too crazy yet because these signal lines haven't completely crossed through. I mean, they could still cross through, and that would mean more bleeding to come, basically. And I personally actually think there is going to be a tad bit more bleeding. Let's look at this RSI because it's looking kind of interesting, actually. Because we're about to hit the oversold level on the weekly for the RSI. As you can see, I mean, we haven't really been oversold since the 25th of March 2020. I mean, 25th of May 2020. So that was the last time we were oversold around this area. And then we hit the top, came back down below the 50 to the 41 level, went above the overbought level, which is what everyone wants to see. Every algo holder wants to see. But now, we've descended quite a bit already, which, if you want to do a simple strategy, you're not the best trader. You're a beginner. As a beginner, I would this is a weak chart. So if you're a long-term algo holder, I wouldn't say there's a problem with buying a oversold weak chart, basically. I mean, you have to be a long-term holder. You can't this is not the easiest trade. This is going to be quite a while before you can see this ride all the way back up here. But I would honestly, like I said, I think there's a little bit more bleeding, and that little bit of more bleeding could be basically this going all the way down to the oversold level, and maybe even going below it, like as low as here, down to the 20. You never know. So don't get too excited. This is not the market yet. Let's see what else I could pick up from here. So on the overall big day trend, you can see that we've been getting hit. We're quite exhausted already. I think we might be touching a bottom. There still might be a little bit of bleeding left, but there's going to have to be a bottom somewhere. I'm going to point that out in a minute, actually. See, momentum waves printing down. We had a whole lot of fake outs. Starts to pump a little bit, a few green candles for a few days. That's about a week long of, good upward price action, but it's nothing to run to the bank with. Basically, we had a little pump from 79 cents to $1.10, and then from $1.10 we crumbled all the way back down to the lowest of 68 cents. As you can see, that's bearish because we went from our low to our high, got rejected by our 13-day EMA right here. That 13-day EMA rejected it, and we started to crumble again. That bottom momentum wave is still printing straight through. Consolidation is probably going to happen here unless we get any good power plays that push us up. RSI on the 2-day is already oversold, as you can see. So Long-term traders, hodlers, if you want to add to your position, I wouldn't stop you. Is that what I'm doing? No. I'm waiting for the big play. I'm waiting for the nice 10 to 20% gain. And once I see EMAs go into orders, then I'll go ahead and drop some money and watch it go all the way up. But if you are enjoying your 4% APR and don't want to sell and actually want to increase your position, I wouldn't stop you from buying this level, if you're following a dollar cost average strategy. Once again, I am not a financial advisor. I'm just here to speak my mind and to help those who might need a little light, but don't follow me blindly. Do your own research and make some money. All right, so the day chart is interesting. Let's look at this. We already said, cool, RSI is oversold, bottom momentum waves, downward momentum waves. And on all of the charts we saw, basically the MACD signal lines were underneath. No, that's not true, because this one was crossing down. So we still got a little bit of push down we might see. So over here, what do you want to see is get some power here, get some EMAs into order and see these signal lines cross through. Now, the reason the day chart is different is because we have this bad boy right here, the 800-day EMA. And that's one of our biggest EMAs. And normally that's going to be at that very strong support. So when we came down here crumbling down, it wicked right around the 800 EMA below it. It acted as support initially, went back up, almost touched the 34 EMA, and got rejected down. And now we are broken and below the 800-day EMA, which is not good. It's not good. When you see these EMAs in order, the 800, 200, 100, 34, 13, you see how they're in order, chronological order there, and you could see the power. See the power, what happened here? They got into order. This was when they were all bunched up. They got into chronological order, and look at what happened. Whoop. Our chart champion indicator lit up this area to tell you it's time to start placing some money. This is what I'm waiting for. So it's time to start placing some money around this area. Those who took the indicator's advice got to see this type of gain. Well, and that's what I'm waiting for. I'm waiting for this tightness of EMAs to happen again for me to enjoy this kind of ride. And then I take my money and wait for look what happened afterwards. If you took your money here, if you take profit and wait, then yeah, normally it does fall. Let's see what the Fibonacci actually hit on this. From the lowest point over here of 66 cents to the top of, hold on, my face is blocking it, of $2.54 to that high right there. So let's extend this down. Yeah, we're way broken beneath structure. We're below. We're below the 0.78 level. So yeah, this is sinking. And that's what I wanted to point out here. My support lines turned on, but this is what I want to show. So when I started trading, there was a time where I thought algo was going to go to 44 cents. I had said that before. Everyone in the algo community got really pissed off at me, thought I was crazy, but we ended up having support around this area right here. We never touched that 44 cents that I predicted, but the support was right here at 66 cents. You see these three wicks? Bang, 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 and bang. Now, I've been trading algo for about a year now. And if I turn on my support lines that I've had from before, you could see where it's at already. You see that? I made a purchase at 66 cents, and that was actually my best purchase. That I bought the very true bottom at that. And we are nearing that area now. That is happening now. You see this? All these wicks? That is where we are arriving now. This very well could replay again, and this we could consolidate just like we did back here. You could call this maybe the first wick. That would be this guy, and we could have this go up again, come back down to 66, go up and come back down. That 66 might hold as your very next important support level, and that is the key of this video. That 66 cents. Like I said, on that weekly, you see how we were crossing through the MACD. So I would actually wait I wouldn't buy until 66 cents, because if that weekly MACD continues to finish crossing over here, see how that is over there? This still has to clear the signal line, come out here. And that might very well be a push that puts us below 66. But at the same token, 66 can act as support. And I told you, this is a huge, big momentum wave already. It looks like it wants to be exhausted right now. So it could easily hit that 66 cents, exhaust it, and, maybe we catch a weekly green dot and we keep going up. That's a very well possibility, but I'm still going to hold off for a better price at around below 70 cents, basically. I don't trust this 70 cents hovering around this price. I think we might go into the 60s. That was our strong support before, and it is very likely that it could happen. Can it go lower? Oh, good question. Let me see. Can it go lower than 66? What happens if it goes lower than 66 cents? We're going to have to go back quite a bit. Last time we were hovering around these levels was the 21st of July, 2021. And 22 of June and 23 of May, 21. So not so long ago. I mean, about a year ago, but you could see almost history repeating itself. We'll go lower. Let's see. 4 hour. For hours trying to make a slight comeback. I don't believe in it. Because it's just a green dot on the wave oscillator, but there's a lot of EMAs in the bearish downtrend order that is ready to reject it. And I think it will get rejected. See what the 8 hour looks like. 8 hour has a green dot. Once again, it's a weak green dot, very low volume. Don't think it's going to really survive. You see what kind of mess happens over here on the wave oscillator. Green dot, red dot, green dot. That's a lot of fake outs. None of those green dots worked. You see that? All red went down. And I think the same thing is about to happen here. I don't believe in this at all. Like I said, what you can believe in is that EMA bunching up and getting into order. You could definitely place your faith in that, like right here. See that? Goes up. Indicator didn't even light up. Indicator lit up here. Went down. Honestly, in this play, when I see that and the indicator lights up a little bit later, what I like to do is catch the second wave. So what I like to do is I would come over here. I'll be like, oh, shucks. I missed the tight EMAs, right? Well, then you get ready for that second wave. So you break out your fibs from the lowest to the highest. And you could see that second wave, let's make this bigger for you. I want you guys to truly see this, because this stuff works. No more. I've been doing this for a whole year. I used to argue with YouTubers and some of my subscribers like, oh, this doesn't work. This is gambling. No, it works. All right. If you study it, you do it right, it works. Because like I said, from the lowest to the top, that was the first run of EMAs getting together. Then you break out your fibs and you wait and look at what happens. As soon as it hit that golden pocket, the 0.61, it wicked underneath it, but the full body of candles are right there. Literally a reversal. Whoop! And then look at what happens after that when EMAs get into order. You took the entire ride. You can't tell me this stuff doesn't work anymore, guys. I've been doing this. This is trial and error. You know, I had to find out on my own, but as time goes by, you learn how to master your craft. So you can believe in those tight EMAs either going downward, because it happens downward too. Look at this. EMAs are bunched up, breaks down into chronological order, and you see the drop. You see the red indicator of chart champions lighting up here, signaling that we're dropping, and we are on a downtrend right now. We want to see this. This is the day we're waiting for this start again, so we could take a nice little ride up and enjoy that, the power of the EMAs being in order. All right, guys, I hope you like that. I hope that gave somebody that's hating the down market right now a little bit of insight and something to look at. All right, stay blessed. See you.